Hi, beautiful Pisces. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Pisces, we're going to do a reading for you here today for the month of June. You can think of it as 6 weeks, give or take, into the future. We're going to start with a general energy and then go deeper and deeper into that energy. And at the very end, we're going to have Archangel Michael come out with some additional messages. So let's see what's going on for you. We have Unicorn. And choices. And I'm actually supposed to read from the book for both of them, which is quite unusual. So I will hold my peace before I say anything. We're going to read from the book. Unicorn. Okay, Pisces. Such a gorgeous card. Mysterious, playful, and pure. The unicorn is universally beautiful, mysterious, and difficult to capture or tame. It is fierce and protective, yet admirable. The unicorn is a symbol of serendipity, the occurrence of events by chance in a happy or beneficial way. This card represents good luck in making unexpected and favorable discoveries. Expect magic to happen. Luck is on your side. And the mantra of this card is, I accept and invite serendipity into my life. I mean, that's just super gorgeous. So luck is on your side. Serendipity is here. It represents serendipity. I just feel like this is obviously a representation of you, Pisces, or it wouldn't come out. We can have a Virgo influence here. We can have a Taurus influence here. We have little signs and symbols here in the card. I feel like there's a true unlocking of the third eye. I mean, the sphere is there, but I'm really drawn to it today. And it almost feels like the unicorn is like doing little movements that sort of gets the star family or star galaxy going. Rainbows and just really like a prosperous I see this person holding wheat in her hand. We can focus. Camera. Please. Still, yeah, it focuses, but it still might not be able to. So she's holding wheat in her hand, and I just feel like she's like plucked something that's ripe, something that's ready. I think, Pisces, you are the, as we say, you are the most psychic sign of all the 12 signs. You have the most depth and or the potential, I should say, because obviously there's going to be a different story to every person. And it's more to you than just being a Pisces in whatever placement that is in your chart. I just feel, because I see this woman, she's asleep and the unicorn is wide awake. And I just feel like the messages are wide awake. The mysteriousness or the mystique, the depth, the psychic knowledge is wide awake. But Pisces is asleep. So I just feel like there's so much more for you to discover about yourself. And I think because you're holding that wheat grass in your hand, it's like it's ripe. It's the right time. It's right to do this. You're opening up, and you like there's no end to where you start and the unicorn end. It's like a blend of you and the unicorn. It's just a big, like, I feel like it's time. There's so much potential to you, so much opening that wants to happen. And even though this woman is asleep, and obviously this can be for a man as well, even though this woman is asleep, I don't think it's an uncomfortable opening or uncomfortable discovery or uncomfortable like surprises that are going to come in. I feel like there will be welcome. There's something about, I see this crown of flowers sitting on top of her head, which is very midsummer here in Sweden. Like we pluck these flowers and we bind them and put on on our heads. And it's very much like that. So maybe there's something around midsummer that's going to stand out to you. And then we have choices, and I'm not going to say anything. Just that I see two unicorns in the palm of this person's hand. Choices. With a huge blood moon in the back. I have not paid attention to the moons this year for whatever reason. I don't know why. I usually am so into them. I know when they are, what they are, how they show up, in what form, what capacity. And this year I'm just, oh, is that why I did this or felt this, or something had to do with sleep, or whatever. I'm just not into, I don't know why. There seems to be a big blood moon there. So if you want to do a little research, if there's a blood moon this year and how that's affecting us, and especially you, then human nature comes with the greatest responsibility, free will to make the choices and to accept the consequences of one's actions, words, and thoughts. Everyone makes the choice to accept situations as they are or take the responsibility to change them. Make the decisions that are best for you, as you will never be able to please everyone. Choose your actions based on your own personal values. Regret nothing. Your choice determines the consequences. Mantra: I take responsibility for my choices. So this is interesting because we had something really beautiful come out for Aquarius, which was like choosing, I can't remember now, choosing your best life or something is your responsibility. And here, and also the, like, do really what works for you, Pisces. Like, leave everyone else out of the situation. Was also a bit for Aquarius. Like, Aquarius had like stand your ground and do, and Scorpio also a little bit about that. Like, follow your path, and you cannot care what other people think. Regret nothing. Your choice determines the consequences. I take responsibility for my choices. So it might be, I just have to throw that in there as well, because I just feel like there's a situation where if someone, like, she's a little castle thing sitting on her head. Like, we have big, like, situations, like this unicorn with this huge sphere, and this woman with that flower binding thingy, and then like just a little castle sitting on top of her head. That seems to be a thing. So I'm just thinking a lot crown, like a third eye and crown, is activated right now. There's something going on there that you really are activating this. Okay, I'm going to speak about it again. It's like they're setting me up for it. So I've told now 7 out of 12 signs that I'm representing an automatic writing course. This might be what activates that. An automatic writing course that is over 3 weeks. We start fairly soon, the 9th of June. And it is a way to really connect with your guidance system, your spirit team, your loved ones on the other side. This is something that I do almost on a daily basis. If not for myself, then I do it as a work situation as well. I've done it for I don't know how many years now, where I receive messages for other people. So you get to ask questions, and I receive the answers via automatic writing. But you can also do this for yourself, to sort of have your spirit team on speed dial. Like, whenever you have a question, you write that question down and you get to receive the answers. And I have an automatic writing course now. If that sounds interesting to you, that's something that you would like to learn. You don't have to be a psychic, you don't have to be a medium, you don't have to feel like, oh my god, like I have so much more to learn about this spiritual stuff before I can do any of that. Everyone has it. And someone that says that you don't, run away from them, because you do. We have it. You already have a connection with your spirit team. That's how you get guided every day. This is basically a matter of trusting that they're already there. And so if that sounds interesting to you, or if you want to get on my email list where I also have other offers, other information, then put your, no, again, don't put anything anywhere. I've written about it in the community section. You need to be a subscriber to read what's going on in the community section here on this channel. I was saying to other people, put your name in the comment section, but I can't reach you anyway because there's rarely the person with an email. So send me an email instead. Read about it in the description box. There is an email there. You send your name to the email saying I want to get on your email list, and I will send this automatic writing course out to you, and put you on the email list for future offers. Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to come online somehow here, Pisces. I think you're ready. The time is ripe. There's an activation of the third eye, and the crown definitely are more like is going to play a bigger role for you. Everything that's been dormant, everything that's been laying, waiting for you to sort of access it is now somehow coming online. And I was going to say with that, if you then turn into a weirdo, like, I mean, people have called me a weirdo for I don't know how many. I'm starting to become fashionable now because it's starting to become not, at least not so taboo to be in this business, to be talking with angels and doing this work. But for a long time it has not been, you know, and still in some cases people are just rolling their eyes like, are you into that stuff? And to me it's like, how can you not be? It's such an extension of who we are. Anyway, Pisces, if you're diving deeper into this, if you're starting to have like new things just come online, maybe you have more vivid dreams, maybe your intuition is getting way stronger, you're starting to have psychic premonitions, there could be like so many things happening for you. And then having people around you as this sort of starts to happen, because we have the choices here, like to not follow what other people think. It can be that you, I don't know, you just decide all of a sudden you're going to take a different path than the traditional path. And people might have opinions about that. They might think that, are you crazy? Like you used to do this before, and now you're setting in on this very spiritual path. We hear that over and over again about people leaving their normal jobs where maybe they have like a safe and secure salary to go pursue yoga or healing or reiki or anything like that. And it's like, you're gonna do what now? So there's something with like really owning what you're stepping into, and that can be tough in the beginning because you don't own it. You don't really know what you're doing. It's an opening, and it's like it's a discovery. So there's a lot about discovering truly who you are in the month of June. I think there's going to be more and more openings to that. Things will be put on your path that really opens you up to who you truly are. And then the choices. So I see like you are the unicorn. And then I see two unicorns in the palm of this person's hand. I see two unicorns sitting there looking at each other. And I see moving birds. So it can even be that you're meeting, this also came up for Aquarius. So if you have a placement in Aquarius somehow, some way, maybe go check that reading out as well, because there are very similar things here. Yeah, that, because in that reading I remember it was the two owls, the loyal heart card came out, and it was two owls, showing that they're like very similar. They're very like the same, and they want truly the best for each other, but it's like very much about like mind. They were speaking the same language and are on the same page, if you will. And the same thing I get here with those two unicorns. There you go. Two unicorns sitting in the palm of her hand and like sharing the same experience, and moving birds like underneath. We're moving to a warmer climate. That there might be a person coming into your life that's just really important for your path, and that like you take this path and you move it, It can be a literal move, but it can also be that you move it, like metaphorically, you move it forward. It's just a gorgeous card. I see like there's a bunch of stuff in this card. We can probably read it for about a week, but I have to choose what the energies we're going into. Okay, going deeper into this message. It's a gorgeous message so far. What do we have for Pisces, please, for the month of June? Passion ignited. Passion ignited. Fiery passion. What else here for Pisces, please? It flipped but didn't come out, so we have the sacrifice card. Who had this? Virgo. It flipped but didn't come out. So I just feel like you're going from lower to higher. There might be a lot of sacrifice that you have been doing or that you are doing in order to make things work right now. What else for Pisces, please? It's a weird feeling. It feels very quiet. So it's not, so sometimes I'll get like, I don't get a response, which means I feel like, no, there's no more card that's going to come out. But this is a different feel. It feels quiet. And I don't know why that's important. I don't know why that's important. I only get a quiet feeling. Like, so maybe you're sitting in quiet, you're sitting in stillness, you're finding places where you get more quiet. Maybe you understand exactly what that is about. That's the only thing I got. I don't get anything else around that. I'm sorry. Okay. You are my last sign, and I kid you not, I think every single sign has gotten some sort of meditation card. So first I got quiet, right? I'm getting quiet. I just get peace and quiet. It's just really, like, it's not empty. It's not lack. It's not that nothing more is coming. It's just a quiet. And then rest and rejuvenate comes out. So was it that I was just picking up on this card? No, I don't think it was. It's something about you creating that quiet for yourself, that quiet space, rest and rejuvenate. It just seems to be given. Every single person right now seems to need more meditation, more stillness, more just coming home to yourself and be quiet, to not bring anything else then to that quiet. Not even, I mean, I understand that sometimes it's easier to meditate listening to meditations and listening to music, but I mean quiet as in nothing, add anything extra at all. It's just you and your body and your mind and spirit. Jeez. Mental conflict, interesting. And one more. And then I felt from the other deck as well, spiritual union. So that's what we picked up on. The two unicorns is a spiritual union. And interesting with this mental conflict there. Fork in the road, transformation. And a new life. Look at that. Shield. Okay. Fork in the road and a new life. We have mental conflict and we have spiritual union. It's a little bit of a mix, I have to say. You might find yourself on new ground, Pisces, and you might be a little bit nervous about it. Like you might, not nervous in the sense that this is bad, but it might be because Pisces, usually you are very, because you're such a deep sign, because you're like, usually Pisces is very in connection with their emotional body. It doesn't mean that you're on top of being like, you're just, you have it down, that your emotional body is just fabulous and you react perfectly in every single situation. That's not probably the case, but usually if you speak with any other sign, really, I mean, where I'm completely generalizing now, uh, but you are by far the most emotional and the most psychic out of all the signs. And usually, because you at least are not afraid to speak of your emotions, not afraid to bring stuff up to the surface, you're not like shying away. It doesn't mean that you're not afraid of conflict. That's a whole other thing. But like, you're not afraid to feel the emotions, feel the feels, you know? Um, and because you are, you're usually on top of things, and you usually sort of are a little bit ahead of your time. And when I see this on the table, it just feels like you're discovering new things about yourself, and that might cause a little bit of uncomfortability. uh it might feel, and I'm laughing because it feels cute. It feels like Pisces don't really know what to do with themselves. It's like, yeah, you're discovering new things, you're discovering new sides to yourself that's very psychically connected, which is so ever much more about who you are as a as Pisces, as Pisces, as a person. um there is, so passion ignited, you're discovering all the good stuff right now. Like, there's something that's being ignited in you for whatever reason that is. If that's the spiritual reason, you're discovering a whole bunch of new stuff about yourself. You're finding new sides to yourself. You're literally, you might have little mini aha moments every single day, where things just pops, or things just falls into place. Like, it's even a more deeper understanding, or like, I get this now, or I see this now. Which then brings more clarity about who you are, which then causes you to feel more excited about things. If this is like the spiritual union, and I just want to say, this can also be the spiritual union between you and spirit. That is like, we have two people come together, and we already have two unicorns coming together. So by the looks of it, it can be both. But the spiritual union always starts with you and spirit. Like, it's you and the most important relationship is you and your inner being, right? That's the spiritual union. But it as a consequence, you're attracting that type of relationship right now. You're attracting the spiritual union happens on an outer plane as well. And that can cause a little bit of like feeling nervous about it, feeling like you're put in a new position that you're not accustomed to be here, is what I'm picking up on. That's why I'm gonna draw a clarifier for that, but that's why probably the mental conflict is there. You're going a little bit back and forth in your head about this. And yeah, Pisces, you're usually more in your heart. You're usually not all the way up in your mind, like what I feel around this. You can have different placements in your chart that causes you to just, you can be human, and it causes you to be up in your head, about decisions, about like going back and forth. The interesting thing though is that whatever is like trigger, whatever is a conflict in your head, whatever that is about, it can, okay, so if we put it in a spiritual context, because I see it's so much things coming online for you, that you might be presented with, I'm gonna just put the, I'm gonna put the biggest thing out there that I can, that's gonna just, so it turns out that you're channeling dragons. Your thing is going to be, you're going to quit the CEO job as a banker. That's the most like, or a politician. Like, that's the most rigid thing I could think of. Um and you're becoming a channeler for dragons. Like, wouldn't that be the biggest jump? Or like, probably like a physician, like being into physics where everything needs to be proven. And it's just, it comes in and there's no denial. Because once you experience it, I can speak about this all day, and the experiences that I have on almost like a daily basis, I can speak of them, and I could tell you about them. Yeah, I guess it makes a difference. I guess I get inspired by hearing other people's stories, talking about these things, but it doesn't really shift you until there's like a self lived experience. But once you've had that meeting with that dragon, or once you're like face to face with your own higher self, and there's no doubt in your mind anymore, there's nothing that can sway you from like, oh my God, I just had this interaction with whatever it was. The mental conflict comes in like, okay, I am being presented with something here, and my brain doesn't even know how to compute. I'm being presented to this UFO, and I have no register. There's no reference. There's no reference point. So what do I do with this? So it's like it can be on a very spiritual plane that like new things really are opening up, and you don't know, like it causes like a little bit of a confusion. The thing though is that the thing that causes, like, I see this red alarm, like, what is this? We don't recognize this. But in the background, we move, so where everything is safe and sound and everything we know on this side is causing you to have like squares and in order, like it comes in boxes. Like we know what we get. It's very organized. And then on this other side where you're being challenged, there's a blossoming. There's like a tree or like new pattern just coming out left and right from this place where you're being challenged right now. Challenged meaning where you're being presented with new things that you don't recognize because you haven't been here before. But it causes you to blossom. It causes you to expand. If this is the situation with any other situation, this is a relationship situation, if this is work related, there's something that has caused you to feel passionate again, to feel there can be a project you're so passionate about. There can be you can be put, like, if you get so much more to do at work, if you've been promoted to a place where you've never been before, like if you're a normal employee and you just walked around having you know exactly what to expect when you get to work, and when you go through your day, there's nothing really new, and then all of a sudden you get a promotion, and now you get all these new information, all these new work that you're supposed to do, and that, like, you're new to the task. It's really inspiring. It's really passionate for you. It's a passion ignited, but it's simultaneously a little bit scary. Like, what if I suck at this? If this is a new relationship, it can feel like really overwhelming. Like, where is this going? What does this do to me? It comes up as a cute conflict in your mind. It's conflicted, like, I don't know what's happening right now type of feeling. Again, I'm just showing this. I'm just pointing this out. The more that you can get into your meditation to get that stillness in, the better. I just felt the quietest quietness I've ever felt. It just got quiet. No thoughts, no thinking, no doing, no nothing. No ideas, no nothing. Just quiet space, really comfortable. I feel like finding your place there is going to really help with this opening up, this you becoming you in every aspect. We have the fork in the road, which is 13 there. So that's the transformation number. It's the divine feminine, but it's also like the big transformation. And a fork in the road shows you like where you're stepping onto something new here. You are becoming more yourself. You're more things are coming online. There is a spiritual union. You are having a meeting with a new person that's going to be very important on your path moving forward. It's a fork in the road, and I think you're choosing as we speak. You come to a place where you no longer are going to do the exact same things as you've done before. The life as you know it is going to change. We have new life on the table, and I'm going to read for that one. New life. $39, $36, $38, $39. New life, Pisces. Essential meanings of this card is birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. The oracle's message states, when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song. Like a little poem. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Passion ignited. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. And then the relationship message states, new energy enters old relationships, and new relationships are bursting with a sweetness and vibrancy only encountered when winter gives way to spring. This is a time to connect with others and share excitement, passion, and hearts full of joy. This card is a very auspicious sign with respect to love and partnerships in all forms. Prosperity message states, you have every reason to be optimistic right now, as things seem to fall into place magically. New opportunities remind you that abundance is available to you. Delight in the bounty that begins to appear in surprising forms. Stay curious and know that your hopes and dreams are being fulfilled. It's as if new life suddenly infuses your projects, work, and creative ideas with a kind of electricity that crackles with exciting potential. Jesus. Fortune is smiling on you. Wow. So Pisces, you're stepping. I can understand also the mental conflict comes in that anytime that we're making this type of change, new things are being discovered within yourself. New connections are being made, and not just any old, like I saw this person at a coffee shop. It's a spiritual union. So it's going to open up. And I just realized it's such a strong indicator of the third eye there again. It can even be that you like have telepathy with this person. There's really no need for language. Although there might be a lot of language. I just mean you just get each other on the level that there's no need for words. It's a spiritual union. It's bound to happen. It's bound to come together. And when those things sort of being activated, and for sure, if like this is more like on a psychic level, that you're starting to have things come online, and meeting new people and being put outside of your comfort zone, Pisces is a fork in the road. It's a new life as we know it is here. Then it can cause like, oh my God, I know for sure I am like that. It's like if I'm being put outside of my comfort zone, I need 5 minutes to readjust. To like just 5 minutes so that I can, okay, so this is what we're doing now. Okay. I just need to be, I thought we were doing this a moment ago and now we're doing this. Okay. So I'm just gonna adjust to that. Give me 5 minutes. So I understand if you're like going through some sort of confusion, conflict, but know that that conflict only makes you grow. It's a beautiful thing that comes out of it. And I would just over and over again say, ground yourself, connect with Mother Earth, find that quiet space, do meditations on a daily basis, get out in nature, be by the water, anything that can ground you, that nature, usually children and animals really can do as well, like to be close to that as much as you can. Really will serve you in this change, in this enormous change. Okay, cool month of the June here. If you're interested again in the automatic writing course, send me a message to my email saying you want to get on the email list. If you're interested in a personal reading, maybe go deeper within this very reading that we have here, send me a message, read about it in the description box. Please also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps me a lot. Okay, take care, guys.